holding on to that twice-to-beat advantage here in the quarterfinals. And we'll remind everyone who's watching us that the semifinals, whoever moves forward, will be a best-of-3 affair.
Yes. Oh, yun naman yung parang isa sa mga bagay na changes na nagustuhan ko talaga na this NCAA season. Yung making best-of-3 na yan. Kasi dyan sa best-of-3 na yan, wala nang tsamba dyan.
Yep.
Kasi kailangan mo talaga manalo ng 2 beses. Hindi na siya yung pakatulad ng dati na twice to beat or whatever pa. Ngayon na best-of-3 na, talagang bakbakan na yan.
First possession goes to the Perpetual Altas. Patrick Sleet trying to engage their offense on top of the key. Humingi ng ball screen dito. Sleet on the switch. Sleet attacks and he gets that first basket.
Ito yung isa sa mga bagay na gusto ko talaga makita sa game na to. No? Yung sistema ni Coach Olsen, gaano kaya siya magiging effective laban dito sa sobrang pesky defense ng JRU. Kasi alam naman natin na si JRU, isa yan sa mga teams na pume-pressure from the backcourt, making sure talaga na pinahirapan nila yung may bola.
And these two teams are the top 2 defensive squads, but right there, like hot knife through butter. Downhill attack na naman, Patrick Sleet.
And this is one of the very few times na makikita mo si Patrick Sleet na very aggressive siya on scoring at the start of the game. Because normally, ang hinahanap niya talaga is to set up his teammates and to make sure na paikutin yung bola and maset kung ano man yung plays na relay sa kanila ni Coach Olsen.
2 possessions, back-to-back, Patrick Sleet being more assertive. 1 lefty layup, 1 right-hand layup. Good start for Patrick Sleet.
And you know, that's something na I can really commend kay Patrick Sleet. Whenever he's trying to be aggressive on offense, hinihila kagad niya yung depensa para humelp sa kanya. Then he can set up his teammates even more later doon sa first quarter natin.
Which is also an underrated facet of his game. How well he passes. Ito na nga yung passes sa kanto. Kasado at sigurado sa unang pukol sa labas, si Mark Goho Cruz. And a strong start for the Perpetual Altas. Starting like a house on fire. 7-0 para sa Altas. Tayo ngayon. We're back here, of course, in Molokai Arena. Let's hear from courtside. Kasama natin si Tati Austria. Tati.
Thank you, Coach Hammer. There's not much pressure when you're the underdog. Yan ang pananaw ni Coach Nani Apondulan tungkol sa paghahanda ng JRU laban sa rank 1 team, the Perpetual Altas. With much respect to Coach Olsen Vasella and his team, Coach Nani knows how much disciplined the Perpetual Altas are, kaya naman he maximized their preparation with the Bombers to seal their game plan, emphasizing on offensive rebounds. Dagdag ni Coach, there is a fatigue factor with a young team. Hopefully their grit partnered with patience would help them score big time towards a win today. Back to you, Coach Hammer and Prince.
Maraming salamat, Tati. For context, in their first meeting, Perpetual won 71-65. And the JRU Heavy Bombers lost the rebounding battle 41-33.
And again, alam natin parehas na itong Perpetual, medyo malalim talaga yung bench nila. And when it comes to their big guys, masisipag din itong mga big guys nila. And talaga namang makikita mo yung battle na binibigay nila sa ilalim when it comes to getting those offensive rebounds. Nabanggit din ni Tati kanina na very disciplined itong Perpetual. And ever since the beginning of the season, paulit-ulit kong sinasabi na hanga ako kay Coach Olsen kung paano niya buy in itong Perpetual dun sa sistema na gusto talaga niyang itakbo ng isang team.
And discipline is doing well for them. #1 defensive team, limiting their opponents to under 66 points a game, just at 66. And they don't foul. Yan ang #1 na telltale sign, no? Pag hindi po ma-foul ng team, kaya lang natawagan na si John Abis na ubusan ng espasyo si Lance Benitez. But Again, Patrick Steed being aggressive opens up the windows para dito kay Mark Goho Cruz for that triple. That's first assist. Second assist on the elbow naman for John Abbas.
Oh, and balikan natin ito si Patrick Sleet, ano? Kung aggressive ka sa beginning ng game, ang tendency talaga is to really get the defense involved and make sure na they collapse whenever you try to attack. And yun, I think, yun yung naging goal nitong si Patrick Sleet the past few games. Ano? I-involve yung defense as much as possible to open up itong sila MGC and sila Abyss for the drop pass and the kick-outs para maaga din nila makuha yung rhythm nila. And once makuha nila ng maaga yung rhythm nila, everything's gonna be so much easier for the Altas.
And that's what's happening right now. With the aggressiveness of Patrick Steed, it just puts a different kind of pressure sa depensa ng JRU.
Parang siya yung missing piece na hinahanap ng Altas dito sa mga previous seasons nila. And you know, that's something big para dito sa Altas and na-maximize talaga siya ni Coach Olsen.
Margo, Goho Cruz, Abyss, pasa kay Nunez. Nunez sa ilalim.
Jericho Nunez.
Kitang-kita mo kung paano nila in-open up yung defense na yun. No? JRU resulting to a zone defense pero min-maximize pa rin ng Perpetual yung pag-ikot ng bola to make sure na may kumuha nung tao dun sa gitna, mag-collapse yung defense and to get those drop passes na open sa ilalim.
And first steal goal here on JRU. Sean Salvador knocking down that jumper. And the push was, let's put it na itawag. Ito yung pasa, interior passing, which is very good. Last game para sa Altas. Tough shot from Sean Salvador.
Tough shot, pero isa yan sa mga spots talaga na hinahanap nito ni Salvador. Ano, yung short corner at saka yung perimeter jumpers na yan. Don't let him take those shots kasi yun yung mga hinahanap niya. And what a nice pass kay Sleepy Boy. Getting that middle guy defender for that drop pass para sa kanyang teammate.
And precision attack. 6 out of 6 to start off the game. Ang Perpetual Altas, all with Patrick Sleet being involved. 3 assists, 4 points for Patrick Sleet to start off the game.
Ang ganda, napakaganda tignan itong Perpetual ngayon. Ano? And as you can see, meron tayong score na 13-4. Perpetual is up by 9 points.
Yep.
So, dyan sa 13 points nila na yan, halos lahat involved itong si Sleety Boy. Ano, makikita natin kung gaano niya kinokontrol yung game dito and kung gaano kalaki yung impact talaga nito ni Sleety Boy dito sa Perpetual.
And good interior passing on the side of the JRU Heavy Bombers. Ivan Panapanaan getting on that dunker spot and just shooting that off the glass.
Oh, and as a big man, Coach Hammer, no, parehas naman tayong big man, alam natin kung gaano kapalagi na open talaga yung ilalim na yan. And pag hindi na-recognize yung open end, sometimes it frustrates you. It frustrates us to the point na parang hindi mo ba kami nakikita na na-open kami. But if you get into a team na very unselfish and hinahanap talaga yung mga open na yan sa ilalim, kahit ako, gaganahan ako kumuha ng rebound, gaganahan ako dumipensa dun sa mga big man nila kasi alam ko na marereward ako eventually.
Offensive rebound here by Perpetual. And good stop. Castillo with the rebound. Here comes Sean Salvador. Trying to go tempo, but miscommunication with Lorenaria on the sideline. Pero going back to your point, Prince, yung playing big, ang laking bagay, no? Na nakakahawak ka ng bola, nakaka-hustle ka.
Oo, kasi normally nga, hindi mo nga kailangan makashoot eh. Yung feeling lang na nakikita ka nila, napapasahan ka nila, nakakahawak ka ng bola, may touches ka. If kahit na hindi mo ititira, ipapasa mo lang din naman, iba yung pakiramdam nun para sa big. Kasi na-up nun yung confidence mo as a big na okay, may tiwala din pala sila sa akin.
And speaking of big guys, 8 points out of the 15 coming from the big guys, Jericho Nunez and John Abyss. Dagdag mo pa yung dalawang layup ni Patrick Sleet, number 1 team when it comes to scoring points in the paint.
John Argo.
Wow.
Transition layup.
Oo, and again, kanina ang binanggit ko sa'yo, ano, yung JRU, meron silang pesky defense. Pero parang baliktad ang nangyayari, ano? Yung Perpetual na very aggressive on offense, very aggressive din sila sa defense, forcing turnovers para dito sa JRU and making sure na ma-maximize nila yung napakagandang start na provide nila offensively by Sleety Boy.
And this is when Perpetual is really tough. Dahil they are the #1 defensive team. Pag aggressive pa sila sa pag-atake, even if itong #2 team ang kalaban nila defensively, as what Patrick's team has been doing, putting pressure sa depensa ng JRU. Malamang sa malamang.
Oo, and again, isa yung Perpetual sa may pinakamalalim na bench. Ano? So, doesn't matter if push talaga nila yung sarili nila ng todo for the first 5, 6, 7 minutes. Paglabas niyan yung papasok, alam natin pare-parehas na same intensity din ang ibibigay nila. Hindi sila magiging #1 ng kanilang mga bracket kung hindi effective yung ginagawa nila.
Yep. And as we see Patrick's team shoot these free throws, the starters of the Perpetual Health Altas are the #2 scoring starting with 43 points. And a lot of people were asking, is the bench ready to step up? Parehas tayo na sinasabi na they're ready. Their intensity is always right there.
Yes. And again, hindi lang naman sometimes people tend to look at being ready as ready ka kasi sumut eh. But sometimes that's not the case. The energy can be provided by pressuring, by giving those extra passes, by getting those extra rebounds, extra possessions. Sometimes yun yung mas malaki pa yung energy na napo-provide rather than making a basket. And so a lot of people, iba yung pag-view nila dun sa energy na napo-provide ng second group.
Samantala, layup ni Lozano, Binale, wala. Skip pass, Sean Argente off the rim. Argente trying to attack the defense of MGC, getting enough daylight for that floater. And he misses it.
Look at how the big guys of Perpetual are battling and rebound right now. Ano? Again, isa yan sa mga result na pwede mong makuha kapag nakakahawak ng bola yung bigs. Kasi gaganahan sila yung energy na nadideplete sa kanila sa rebound, sa depensa, sa box out. Napapalitan yan kapag nare-reward sila ng mga magagandang pasa.
Speaking of nice passes, off the swing, Sean Orgo knocks down a triple.
Perpetual making sure na yung dominance nila maramdaman talaga ng JRU na hindi sila magna-1 nang wala.
And getting a backdoor basket here with the answer was Sean Argente. So this is crucial for the Altas. Papasok na yung kanilang 6, 7, 8 guys. Alcantara na una na. Casinillo and Moral are on deck to go in the game. Goho Cruz para sa 3. Oh, good defense there by Larenaria.
Sensation for the offense. LA Casinillo.
So good read there by Alcantara of the ball screen action.
Okay, pag-usapan natin itong offense ng Perpetual. Ano? Kanina sinasabi natin na nai-involve nila yung mga teammates nila, the big guys, the wing guys na nakakatira sa labas, drop passes. Kung ikaw yung JRU, paano mo ngayon didepensahan yung Perpetual knowing na kapag pressure mo yung guy na umahanap ng pasa at shoot, eh hindi magsi-step up yung mga teammates niya na nakakuha na ng Raider, di ba? So wala kang choice. Are you gonna help or are you not gonna help? Kasi parehas yun. I think meron silang may makukuha.
And this is one of the best answers that they could do is to also attack the defense of the Perpetual Altas as Lozano, Justin Lozano going downhill and finishing that layup.
I mean, if hindi ka makakuha ng stop dahil sobrang ganda ng opensa ng kalaban mo, huwag ka nang ma-disappoint. Alam mo naman at the end of the day na pag hindi ka nakakuha ng stop, makakashoot sila, labanan mo na lang din ng shoot. Kasi kung makakashoot ka, makakashoot sila, eventually makakastop ka rin eh. Pero kung makakashoot ka pa rin, step by step makakabawi ka.
And JRU dropping into a 2-3 zone. They get a stop here. Lozano. Garupil who has 15 points and a career-high 4 made 3-pointers last game. Floater, Argente, kick out. Lozano for 3. And he knocks that down.
Napaganda pa itong tira ni Argente, ano?
And extra possessions giving life to the offense of the JRU Heavy Bombers. They trim down the lead to 9.
All right, everyone is here at the Mall of Asia Arena, especially the Perpetualites, who yesterday bought 2,000 tickets sa
Wow.
Philoila for their high school elimination game. That
I mean,
was yesterday, and of course, the Altas Angels.
I mean,
The Angels
siyempre,
are here.
hindi naman natin na-experience yung palagi na nandoon tayo sa taas, eh, di ba?
Yeah.
So, minsan, katulad yan, hindi naman sa nagyayabang, but when I was in high school, halos ganun din yung nangyaring situation sa amin. Yung Lasal, nagpadala din sila ng students doon sa game namin against San Beda. So ako, nabigla ako kasi normally, even the players,
Parents lang nanonood.
parents lang talaga yung nanonood. Kasi syempre, high school, kailangan pumasok ka talaga sa school. But during that time, na-appreciate ko yung pinakitang gesture ng school na we're here to support you. And we're sending some of your classmates, schoolmates, dyan sa arena para supportahan kayo na naglalaro. Kasi parehas tayo ng school parehas tayo ng pinaglalaban.
Saka magkakaklase pa.
And
So,
at
stop.
dagdag na boost yun para dun sa mga
course.
players.
And a stop here by JRU, but a turnover by Lorenaria of that attack. Now it's the last three-pointer by Justin Lozano prior to the timeout, which trimmed down the lead to single digits. Here comes LA Casinillo. Had a good game in their last elimination game against the LPU Pirates. Maglupay to Labot. Maglupay driving to the baseline. Passes it in the elbow kay Buray. Casinillo with 6 seconds on their shot clock. Getting hounded
We
by
got
the
2
defense.
minutes.
Argente. Good stop there. Garupil going downhill. Jay Garupil, specialty of the house.
Ano kaya sa tingin mo yung naging changes para dito sa Perpetual after that timeout? Kasi parang nagsa-struggle pa rin sila when it comes to running their offense,
Well, for one, Prince, nag-drop to a zone ang JRU. This has been very fruitful for them when they played against CAC. And if we're looking at averages when it comes to three-point shooting, as you see Jay Garupil going downhill. Three-point field goal shooting of the Perpetual Altas is only under 24%. So
okay.
they're gambling on this. They're egging Perpetual to shoot.
And normally kasi, if you're really gonna look at games, yung numbers, they don't lie. And very seldom you see teams go over their average,
Yep.
So if you're getting 24% from the three-point field, kung maglalaro ka nga naman ng zone, sa apat na ititira ng Perpetual,
Isa lang ang masushoot.
chances are, isa lang ang masushoot. Baka wala pa.
So susugalan yan dito ni Coach Nani Ipondolan. Maglupay, wala yung kanyang layup. Stop na naman. 4 consecutive stops for the Heavy Bombers.
And throughout the years, yan ang sinasabi ng lahat ng coaches. Di baling talunin nila tayo sa labas
Huwag lang sa
kesa
loob.
talunin nila tayo sa loob. Kasi napakalaking energy boost kapag ka sa loob nakakashoot ang kalaban.
And a foul here on that rebound play, and that will be called against the Perpetual Altas. They are in the penalty right now.
Oo, parang medyo in shambles itong Perpetual. Ever since lumabas yung first group, kanina pinag-usapan din natin kung ano yung energy na pwedeng i-provide nitong second group. But so far, they are really struggling laban dito sa zone defense ng JRU. Again, balikan ko yung sinabi mo na nakaka-discourage pag nakakashoot sa ilalim. Kasi whenever you play zone defense, di ba, alam natin na ang gusto natin talaga is i-collapse yung paint and to make sure na walang makapasok doon. Walang maka-attempt doon, walang makakuha ng rebound doon. Pero kung doon ka nila masusutan and hindi sa labas, yung effort na nilagay mo at saka ng mga teammates mo, parang nakaka-down talaga yun. Mababa talaga yung moral mo. Instead of boosting it and matulungan kayo by playing zone, parang lalo ka pang mahihirapan.
Guarding that shaded area, especially in space of a 2-3 zone. Ayaw na ayaw niya. Mapapakamot ng ulo coach mo as we see Casinillo dialing it from the outside. Offensive rebound by Moral. Wala nang oras sa kanilang shot clock. Naubusan dito. Another stop. And remember, JRU is also a very good defensive team.
Yes.
They are number 2 when it comes to limiting their opponent's production. But key stat dito, point differential. +5 parati itong Perpetual. Ang JRU tumatabla lang din. Doon.
Balikan natin yung sinabi ko kanina prior to the start of this game. Nasabi ko rin na itong JRU is pesky defenders. Though yung first group nila medyo nag-struggle talaga. Maybe because of how Perpetual ran their offense during the first group. Kasi kung titignan mo yung first group and second group ngayon, yung spacing nitong second group, very far from the spacing of the first group. During the first group, nung naglalaro ng zone itong JRU, nasa spot sila. Dalawang shooter nasa corner, very patient, waiting. Si Sleety Boy hawak yung bola sa top of the key. There's a guy in the middle, there's a guy underneath. Sleety Boy calling the shots out and making sure na ma-involve niya yung defenders bago niya hanapin yung mga pasa. But in this case, dito sa second group nila, if you're gonna look at their wings, wala sila sa corner.
Exactly.
Medyo nakaangat sila ng konti.
Nasa low wing area.
And yun yung medyo malaking impact ngayon dun sa zone kasi pinadadali nila yung depensa at saka yung trabaho nitong JRU Bombers habang naglalaro sila ng zone kasi mas maliit yung ita-travel nila para makarecover. And so far, naging effective yung defense nitong JRU dahil dun sa maliit na changes na yun sa offense nila sa spacing.
Last shot heave by Jay Garupiel. That was on time but didn't make it. And after that, very strong start of the University Perpetual Health System Delta, they settle into a 6-point lead, 22-16 after the first. All right, back here in the Mall of Asia Arena on a Thursday. Big game for both squads. Perpetual holding on to a twice-to-beat advantage and a 6-point lead here at the start of the second quarter. And of course, Dr. Anthony Jose Tamayo, NCAA Policy Board member of the University of Perpetual Health System Delta. Inabutan mo pa ba na UPHR ang tawag sa kanila? UPHSD na. Ako kasi parang yung last year was my rookie year. UPHR pa sila.
Okay. 2013 yung akin. 2012, 2013. Okay, we see some changes dito sa lineup ni Coach Olsen in the beginning of this second quarter. From the first group, bumalik na ulit si MGC at saka si Sleety Boy.
This is big. Dahil nagra-run dito, nakakuha na ng bearings ang JRU. They're settling in on this 2-3 zone. We'll see how they would be attacking this.
When your opponent kasi is playing the zone, dapat threat din yung big man mo.
Yep.
Hindi pwedeng nakatayo lang siya doon na parang nag-aantay lang ng bola. If you're gonna look at this second group, si Boral at saka itong other big guy, kanina si Abis yung nasa loob. Threat sila parehas, makikita mo na very active sila in sealing their guys, making sure na baka merong reverse seal na basa. So involved pa rin yung tao nila na nape-prevent from helping dun sa mga corner guys.
Right now, scoring in their secondary break. This is Perpetual Altas with Marco Cruz of the window. That shot.
And galing yun kay Sleety Boy. Silang dalawa yung bagong pasok. Silang dalawa ulit yung involved dito sa unang basket.
And that was a nice turn at the court. At that
top of the key. Sa muling basket ni MGC, using that length for his advantage. But right here, Sean Argente keeping that handoff instead of going for the handoff. And then, sinama lang yung mga bantay, drop pass kay Castillo, nakakuha pa na end one.
And isa yan sa mga props, ano, kapag kakilala ka as a scorer, yung bantay mo, dadayain talaga nila yung defense sa'yo, making sure na hindi ikaw yung maka-atake by preventing yung mga yan, mga handoff, yung mga pasa na yan, i-deny mo yan para hawak lang na yung bola. Medyo sumobra lang ng konti na nakuha niya yung fake para dun sa drive na yun and that drop pass, ending for a basket and a free throw.
And there you go. And we'll go to Tati Austria. Meron siyang update for us. Tati.
Disiplina laban sa disiplina. The Perpetual Altos are charging full steam ahead, coming off from a win and hoping to take another one in their stride. Sabi sa akin ni Coach Olsen Rosella, we need to take this game seriously. Hindi namin iniisip ang twice to beat advantage and we will perform as if we have one game left to play. The one thing that they need to watch out for is complacency. Dagdag ni Coach O, they will shake off any body aches just to push through today's match with a mindset geared on defense. Now, just how important is having that championship mentality even this early in the quarterfinals? Back to you, Coach Hammer and Prince.
Complacency is the opponent of consistency.
Tama. And actually, hindi lang ano eh. Is tendency kasi yan ng mga malalakas na teams eh, no? Alam mo, may mga instances na yung mga malalakas na teams, kapag ang kalaban nila is malakas, yung level of competition na nafe-feel nila mataas din. Kasi yung pride na sumasabay lang. Pero pag yung kalaban mo parang medyo nandoon sa mababang rank, parang yung complacency papasok yan kahit hindi mo iniisip. Kahit hindi mo iniisip. Kasi tendency yan ng tao eh, na parang okay, pwede tayo mag-relax ng konti kasi yung status nila sa status natin medyo malayo. So, hindi tayo kayang talunin yan. And then eventually, makakakuha sila ng momentum. Tapos mahirapan kayo makabalik.
And speaking of momentum, of that rhythm jump stop, Sean Salvador knocking down a three.
And suddenly, JRU is now back on track with only 5 remaining yung lamang.
So again, being the playmaker. Oh, late call there by our officials, but Patrick Steve being the point of attack. So this was just a 2-pointer. Big Toe was stepping on that line. Malinaw na malinaw kasi naka-yellow-green. Highlighter green eh.
Tama. Itong si Salvador at saka si Argente, once they start to take over, dun sila nakabawi kanina. They made sure na na-involve nila yung teammates nila at yung isa't isa. Kasi parehas naman natin alam na sila talaga yung scorer nitong JRU. So, they try to get as much defender as they can para mahanap nila yung mga open teammates nila.
Right there. And I bet referees are happy to see brighter shoes. Mas madaling malocate.
Hindi mo na kailangan bilugan kasi may highlight na.
Naka-highlight
na.
Vault shoes.
Shooting 2.
Kulay tennis ball.
Actually, yung sapatos na yan, sobrang lambot yan.
Binigyan din ako ng ganyan.
Medyo bagay yan sa mga big man kasi wide yung pakiramdam. Tapos sobrang lambot talaga. I mean, kung ganun kalambot yung sapatos mo, tapos yung galawan mo, shifty ka pa. Diba? Parang ang sarap siguro nun sa pakiramdam.
So on the free throw line is John Abyss. So that counts. Lead goes back up to 6. Here comes JRU. They have a little bit of momentum going. Duque. Pull up off the elbow. Patrick Steve. Quick outlet. Marco Cruz on the finish. That's a touchdown.
Okay. So ever since bumalik tong si Sleety Boy, yung free throws na yan, yung layup ni MGC kanina, yung layup ni MGC ngayon, si Sleet pa rin yung involved.
Yep.
I think Patrick has 5 or 6 assists already. Hindi pa natatapos yung half natin. And at the same time, aggressive pa siya sa offense.
Yep. Gotta call a spade. This offense is flowing through the hands of Patrick Steve, but great defense by our #1 shot blocker, Ivan Panapanaan. Lorenaria, and just being strong and taking it to the chest of Patrick Steve.
That would have been good defense, pero again, good offense pa rin dito kay Lorenaria, kasi na-make sure niya na mabigyan niya talaga si Sleet ng magandang contact. To the point na kahit na nakataas yung kamay ni Sleety Boy, bumaba at tumama sa braso niya. Nakakuha siya ngayon ng magandang foul.
This might be a season high for Patrick Sleep. Definitely for one half. 7 assists.
See, that's what I'm telling you kanina eh. Once na na-start kasi niya ma-involve yung mga teammates niya and they get their rhythm going, yung sa kanya, madali na lang niyang hanapin eh. Especially yung scoring kasi alam naman natin kung gaano siya ka-dominant also whenever he wants to score, kaya talaga niya.
And he set the tone right away.
Yes.
After the tip-off, after the jump, scoring at will. First 2 possessions, it opened up their offense a lot.
The thing I see with Patrick Sleet, yung passing niya at saka yung vision niya, hawig ng kay Coach Olsen. Pero yung scoring niya, parang additional value kay Coach Olsen.
Yep. Marco Cruz knocks down his second triple. Strong side help off the zone, leaving that corner wide open for that three-pointer. 8 assists for Patrick Sleep.
Wow, ang ganda ng pasa. Okay.
Nicely executed play. Sumama yung mga bantay na libre sa ilalim.
Okay, sa mga hindi nakapansin doon sa play na yun, nag-start yan dahil doon sa napakagandang screen ng big man para ma-open up itong si Salvador, resulting for both of the defenders to show. Ngayon, siya yung na-open, sa kanya na ibigay yung bola by rewarding him with that good screen.
At ito yung huling pasa of that strong side help kay Marco Cruz.
Oh.
And this one, di na nakita yung screen, but that was a good screen by Vince Sarmiento. Right underneath the basket, being selfless and getting rewarded with that field goal. Down by 7 dito ang JRU. Oh, everyone is here, even the Jerry Faithful or Steam Moms, sumusuporta for the Jerry Heavy Bombers and the student body of the University of Perpetual Health System, Delta Altas. Like pagsasabi ko, kailangan kumpleto.
Siyempre,
Kailangan kumpleto.
dapat ganun talaga. Oh.
And the Perp squad is here. Everybody's supporting and enjoying. And of course, this is just the first game. Later on, it would be the Sun Betterment Lions facing up against the LPU Pirates.
Oh, dito natin malalaman kung gaano mo kamahal yung school mo talaga. Alam natin kung gaano ka-traffic, lalo na mga Burmans na. Pero nandito sila ngayon
parang
sa MOA.
malalim yung
support.
pinagagalingan ng traffic mo.
Oo, kasi medyo 2 oras inabot ako kanina. Nagbigay na ako ng leeway para maaga ako dumating. Pero hindi pa rin umabot eh.
Pero ang umaabot dito yung mga outside shooting ng Perpetual Alta. Second three-pointer.
I mean, if yan yung ibibigay sa'yo ng JRU, kailangan mo magtiwala dyan sa tira mo sa labas kasi iniensayo mo yan eh. So kung ikaw mismo i-prevent mo yung sarili mo from taking those shots kasi ang hinahanap mo yung nasa loob, hindi mo masushoot yung mga tira kung hindi mo siya ititira.
And speaking of professional scorers who have the ultra green light, Sean Salvador knocking down another jumper. May warning pa dito kay Sean Orgo on faking a foul.
Pero ang sarap siguro ng pakiramdam, pag manggagaling mismo sa coach mo na, okay, you have the green light, na pag nawakan mo yung bola, pwede mo siyang itira. Kasi alam mo na kahit anong klaseng pasa ibigay sa'yo, may green light ka na pag tinira mo, mamintis mo man siya, yung susunod, sasabihin pa rin sa'yo ng coach mo, tira mo lang ulit.
Yeah, and those are afforded to scorers like Sean Salvador. Nakuha mo ba yun? Nakuha mo ba yung ultra green light?
Oo, nakuha ko.
High school at college, no?
Pero hindi sa labas. Oo, sa ilalim. Kumbaga pag nakapwesto na ako dun sa spot ko, dun sa low post or sa high post, hinahayaan na ako ng coach ko to the point na, pag nawakan ni Prince yung bola, basahin niyo siya kung saan siya pupunta. Tapos make sure na dun kayo mapunta sa spots na makikita niya kayo. Kasi hindi naman ako yung player na ang mata ko nasa ring lang. So, I make sure na pag nakuha ko na yung bantay ng kakampi ko, alam ko kung sinong dinidepensahan niya. And alam ko kung saan sila nakapwesto prior to me making a move para alam ko saan ko ipapasa yung bola.
And speaking of guy getting into his spot, going to the right side, yes, that is his strong side. Alan Lorenaria knocking down the field goal but missing the free throw here. They're still down by 6. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Oh, and if ang kalaban mo yung mga teams na malalakas na very seldom magkamali, dapat yung mga maliliit na bagay katulad ng free throws, dapat sinisigurado mo na yan.
Details, technique, and execution. That's the name of the game, especially in the playoffs. And a stop here by JRU.
Ang ganda ng stop ng JRU doon, no? Pero ino-note ko lang din, the fact na nakakuha sila ng, despite na naka-stop sila, napakaganda ng offense na ni-run ng Perpetual. Balikan ko yung sinasabi ko kanina sa'yo kung gaano ka-active itong dalawang big guys ng Perpetual. There's a guy sealing, there's a guy facing up, looking for teammates. Kasi set up nila yung isa't isa.
And Duque knocks down that three-pointer. Samantala, Torremdes tries out for the outside shot, but a foul here on that rebound play, and JRU will go to the line. We see this.
Holding foul.
Lorenaria, papunta kay Duque. Sakto-sakto, diretso.
Pero challenge yun, I mean, yung mga ganong klaseng challenge, normally, sina-shot fake yan. Kung hindi ka kung wala ka ng green light, most probably shot fake mo yan or quick reverse mo yan. But if you have that green light and that confidence na itira yung mga ganong klaseng tira, ititira mo talaga yun. And in that case, na-shoot niya.
And as we see Lorenaria on the free throw line, Duque has played really well. After Lozano came down with an injury, siya yung nag-step up na bigyan ng more minutes. Now, it gives a deeper rotation para dito sa guard lineup ni Coach Nani Apondulan.
Okay, ino-note ko lang yan, yung step up na ginagawa ni Duque, sabi nga ng mga coaches ko dati, which is yung group nila, Coach Olsen, sila Coach Nash, the best ability is your availability.
Parehas pala tayo ng coaches.
Okay, so
parang nakasama pa kita nung 12 years old ka. Parang naaalala ko. Okay, going back to availability.
Okay, so if you're staying ready, doesn't matter if nasa bench ka, kung nag-cheer ka lang dyan, okay lang. Eventually, makukuha mo yung time mo. And kapag nag-stay ka na ready dahil sa extra work na ginagawa mo sa trabaho na pag-push mo sa sarili mo araw-araw, eventually, pag nakuha mo yung chance mo, meron kang pagbubunutan ng mga tinanim mo.
Yep.
Diba? And in this case, na-reward siya dun sa, siguro sa hard work na ginagawa niya, na nung time na may na-endure at siya yung nilagay sa spot na yun, he performed.
Yep. And Sean Orgo, another triple R in the way, but offensive rebound being taken care of by Nunez. Abis, familiar elbow jumper, and that's much needed for the Altas.
That's the threat I was talking to you about. Si Nunez, hindi naman basta-basta na pinasa lang sa kanya yung bola. Nakapwesto siya. And so the tendency is for the guy in the middle to, help a little bit. Kasi alam naman natin pares na meron din siyang galaw doon. Opening up, itong si Abis doon sa high post, elbow na makakuha ng pasa. And threat din siya doon kasi spot niya yun. Yun yung mga pull-up jumpers or jump shots na binibigay sa kanya ni Coach Olsen.
Paborito niya yan. Lalo na dahil galing siya sa sistema na triangle, sanay sila na umatake off that kill box sa elbow.
Yung mga jump shot na yan, one dribble floater, yan yung talagang bread and butter na itong ni Abis.
Babalikan natin ang ating mga kwentuhan dito. 4 ang lamang ng Perpetual. So we're back in the ball game here. Down 4 ang JRU with them getting a little bit more rhythm here, Prince.
Oo, nakukuha na nila yung rhythm nila pero hindi sa opensa nag-uumpisa.
Yep.
Diba? Dahil noon itong JRU sa being them having that pesky defense, nakakakuha sila ng mga great stops dito sa Perpetual leading into great offense.
And of course, Boston Tamayo, sports program head ng University of Perpetual Health System Delta, enjoying the action here.
Magandang umaga sa'yo, boss.
Oo. Nakalaro ka na ba sa Perps?
Oo, isang beses lang.
Ganda ng court.
Ganda ng court.
Ganda ng court. Si Anton ang madalas maglaro doon eh. Mamaya makasama si Anton.
Doon ko nakikita yung mga highlights niya eh.
Oo. Mga bababa ng balikat. As we see here, another incursion inside na hindi na-convert but good defense by JRU. Just providing enough friction here. Casimilio para sa tres. And on that rebounding scramble, MGC gets wiped out to the baseline.
Okay, if you're Perpetual and you're missing, I think Perpetual has missed most of their three-point attempts the past few possessions they got, except nung nasa loob si MGC kanina and kasabay ni Slitty Boy. Anong option ang susunod mong hahanapin?
Well, you gotta crash the boards. Yan lang ang sagot dyan. Pag sinona ka, crash boards ka. And napapasahan na yung bigs. So you have to really be adamant. Kung magmintis, mas malaki ka, mas kailangan kuhanin mo yung rebound. But right now, we're seeing them using another shooter in Pagulayan.
2 minutes remaining.
Yan ang sinasabi natin, offensive rebounding. It's another answer to that question that is presented to them, which is the zone defense ng JRU.
Oh, and again, during their first face-off, during their first game, kalaban yung JRU nun, matatandaan mo na nanalo sila sa rebound.
Yep, 41 to 33.
And malaking factor yun, especially if zone ng kalaban mo, pero mananalo ka sa rebound. Imagine the extra possessions na makukuha mo. The fact that yung zone, ang main purpose niyan is to limit the offense into one possession per possession.
And to let them settle on outside shots and not get into that shaded area.
Okay, balikan ko naman yung question ko sa iyo kanina, yung magiging point of attack nila when it comes to zone dahil hindi lang ma-shoot yung tira sa labas. I think they should involve the bigs even more. Doon sila mag-umpisa ng atake ngayon. Kasi once they entry the ball to the bigs, hindi naman bakaw yung bigs nila.
Yep.
So if they give the ball to the bigs, that gives the signal to the zone to, to collapse in the middle. And once they collapse, mas makakakita sila ng mas open na tira rather than dun sa mga three-pointers na they were taking earlier na contested.
Samantala, offensive rebound again for Perpetual. Mintis ang subok ni JP Boral. Doremdes, pasa sa ilalim. That's what you're looking for, Prince. That interior passing. They swing it outside. Boral settles for a three. Long board, taken care of by Lorenaria.
Oh, this is their single-double play.
Oh, floppy. Paboritong tinatakbo yan ni Coach Nani, especially when they have shooters here. Pero dito, yung combo niya na pang-atake. Itong Lorenaria on a great pass there by Lozano. Good read.
That was a great read. That was a great read. Siyempre, hindi lang dun sa passer, pati dun sa teammate niya na slumip after setting that fake screen and fake hand.
Ghost screen na nga yung ginawa. Ghost screen to slip. Casimilio, siya naman nasusubok sa tres. Kasado at sigurado. Kailangan nila yung tres na yun.
Oo, kasi kanina pa sila nagsastruggle dyan sa tira sa labas na yan. And that might, send a little message to sa JRU na pwedeng mag-start netong tira nila sa labas na pag-init.
An active hands by Doremdes, tapping that ball out. And a quick shuffle of men here under a minute. Lozano with that zippy pass.
10 seconds to shoot.
Ito, mas magandang angulo nung pasa.
Just threading the needle with that zip pass. Mainit yun, bro. Ganda nun. Samantala, ito ay si Jay Garupil. Dinala sa kanan. Tip in, goes in for Ivan Panapanaan.
Again, ito si Panapanaan. If you're gonna look at the scouting report, rebounder yan eh.
Yep.
So, hindi pwede na magkaroon ng time na mawawala siya dun sa vision ng kung sino man bumabantay sa kanya. Kasi papasok at papasok yan to get the rebound.
And we've seen Ivan be a pest not only offensively but defensively. More often than not. Mula pa lang sa juniors. Na it still bothers me na hindi pa siya tinatanggal sa game. Na maglagay ka ng isang tao, alam mo kukuha ng offensive rebound, alam mo tatalon. Tanggalin mo na.
Ika-cancel out mo na lang siya. Di baling hindi ka makakuha ng rebound.
Basta siya hindi rin makakuha. Box outin mo na. So last shot time here for the Altas. They have been making a lot of hay here when it comes to rebounding. Doremdes loses that handle for a little bit. Great defense by Argente. And that's how we end our first half with a defensive stop by the JRU Heavy Bombers. They trimmed down the lead to just 4 points. Our score stands at 41-37. Halftime stats analysis and a whole lot more when we return in your NCAA Season 101.